we are. The grand reveal. Good afternoon from Animal Kingdom Lodge. I think this was the first ever resort that we filmed at. I think, right? Kidani?
Was that the first one?
I think so. I feel like it was when we went to the Galaxy Edge preview.
Oh yeah.
So we're back at Animal Kingdom Lodge. This time we are staying in Jambo House instead of Kidani. So technically a different resort, but still Savannah View, pretty similar theming of course, but we've been in Jambo House before. Just,
yeah, I have stayed here. Unlike every other time, I have stayed here.
So we are back. It's been a while since either of us have stayed in Jambo specifically. But yeah, it should be fun. We are again here for one night. This time we're back in a deluxe studio, so that should be more comparable to most of the resorts that we've stayed at. The only thing that's kind of like disappointing, I guess, is that it's now January and the resorts, for the most part, still closed. So I think this is one where it's still DVC only. I don't think they opened up the entire lodge. Yeah, and
definitely tell because the parking lot is like empty.
It's very quiet here. But there's no Boma, there's no Jiko, the Mara is not open for dinner, there's no Victora Falls Lounge. I think the pool might be open, but it's freezing. So no like swimming.
50 degrees.
I did a virtual Run Disney race this morning and it was very cold. So yeah, I am expecting it should be quiet because there's like nothing to do here. But we are going to have dinner at Sanaa, so we're gonna walk over to Kidani Village and hopefully we'll have a nice quiet time at the resort with not too many people here. I'm hoping the store might be open as well so we can walk into that.
Yeah, and I hope we see some animals.
Of course, we do have a Savannah view, so we're gonna go check into the room since we never got our text again. And then we'll see where our room is. Alright, so here's a look at a very empty lobby. Not really centered on it because it always gets super dark if you point back at the window. But yeah, I was mistaken. I mean, everything food-wise is closed like I mentioned, but the stores, the Wadi Marketplace, is closed as well. So there's pretty much literally nothing to do here. But they did say the Mara is open for breakfast only, which I did see on the app. They said that recently changed. That's why I was under the impression it was still closed, but they recently reopened that he said takeaway only. So it's like pastries and yogurt. There was a menu which I can always show. It's on MDE or on the website. But yeah, if we like walk over here, like there's just nothing to do, which is sad. I mean, we did book this reservation months ago, so we were kind of hoping it would open up by now. But it's okay. We are going to go over to Sanaa, which we've been to once, but it's been months, so we're actually over a year now, so that would be fun to go back to. But here's a look at the breakfast menu. So this is the Mara, and then they do have the pool bar, which is open for lunch and dinner as like the current quick service option, which they did have some choices that I saw when I looked on the app earlier, but definitely not like a huge selection, so I think Sanaa is the way to go, which it's so sad that all of this is closed. I love Victoria Falls. I mean, it's just dark and depressing. It kind of feels like what Disney felt like when it first opened in July, when like everything was still closed basically. But yeah, the lounge like would have been really nice to sit at today. I always love sitting by the waterfall here. Boma is like my favorite buffet on Disney property. So it is sad to see none of it open yet, but I'm sure it'll return hopefully in the near future since crowds have slowly been making their way back over time. But it'll still be really nice to stay here. I do love this resort. It's cold out, never stayed here in the winter, so we can take advantage of like, we have the fireplace over here. I think that, oh no, it's turned off. Oh my god. Just dream after dream is crushed. And that's true, I guess it would encourage it. But you could distance chairs. Yeah, like two people sit here, you're distanced.
Maybe at night? I don't know.
They have a fire pit outside, but I'm sure that's closed as well. Let's take a quick look at the Savannah. And then we're gonna head over to the room, which of course they do have the outdoor little overlook thing you can walk out to, but maybe we'll do that later. There's some rocking chairs out there. There's the fire pit also turned off. But I'm excited to see what kind of view of the Savannah we have today. Alright, welcome to our deluxe studio. If you watched our Galaxy's Edge video from last August, you would have seen a Kidani studio, which is very similar. But right here on the right, we have our little kitchenette, which has a really fun zebra and elephant on the tile, which I love. Coffee maker, toaster, microwave, all the standard stuff that we have in the kitchenettes, and of course a mini fridge. Directly across, we have the bathroom. It's got two sinks, and then the toilet and shower in here with the pumps of shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Then in here, of course, the main room. So this is a little different. We don't have a closet, which is kind of interesting. So it's more like an armoire type thing, which is pretty cool. Then the bed with a pull-out sofa. So I guess this room technically would sleep 4 because I don't see like a Murphy bed or anything. Then you have some fun like animal print artwork. Table, so not like an ottoman with storage, that's a little different. Then we got our table and chairs. Mirror with some lights built into it. And then of course our savannah view. And I see some animals going by, so we're gonna head out there. Alright, so here's our savannah view. So it is interesting because it's a little, like I do like every time we stay here that it's a different view. So I know the Arusha Savannah is usually like the most popular one, which is kind of like on the opposite side of that wing of Jambo across from us, because then Kidani's on the far side of that, and then you all look into like the massive savannah. But like I feel like each section of savannah always has different animals. So here we have like a herd of wildebeest through the trees.
Yeah, there's a million.
So that's really cool. And then it looks like some gazelle maybe through the trees there. It's hard to tell. I know they used to have animal spotting guides, but I didn't see it, so they may have got rid of those due to COVID. I'm not sure. Really bright sun, but of course a really cool view of the Jambo lobby, which of course makes the savannah view entirely different from staying at Kidani, because even though Kidani's savannah I feel is a little bit more exciting, the Jambo building itself is way more impressive looking. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I like the little wildebeest drinking water. And the nice thing is we will be heading over to Kidani for dinner, so we'll be able to take a look at their savannah. It will be dark probably, but hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit. And who knows if we'll have an animal view at dinner or not, even though it'll be dark. But Sanaa has really nice views of the savannah as well. So yeah, I mean, there's never really a bad view at Animal Kingdom. And yeah, there's a bird down there. Don't know what he's doing. There's 2.
Yeah, the second one came out of nowhere.
That's fun. So here's a quick map of Animal Kingdom Lodge as a whole. I did want to show it. So I completely mixed up my savannas. We are on the Arusha Savannah, which I think is usually the most popular. So it is definitely not a bad view. I like the Sunset Savannah a lot because, as you can see, all of Kidani looks in at it as well as part of Jambo. So it's just a bigger area, and that's where a lot of the giraffes are. But you can't really go wrong with any of them. The only ones that we've had in the past that I'm not a huge fan of are the Uzima, and up here, the Pembe is probably my least favorite, and that's just because they're very tiny. They do still have animals on them, so it's still a savannah view, of course. You're not going to like not have an animal view if you pay for a savannah view. You just may not have as many animals. But if you want to request one, I would definitely request Sunset or Arusha. And of course, just after I filmed the map saying like, oh, like there's always more on the Sunset Savannah, some zebras walked over to us. So Arusha's got plenty, and there's wildebeest playing in the water, so that's amazing. So again, you can't really go wrong with any view at Animal Kingdom Lodge if you're going to pay for a sunset, or not sunset, a savannah view. It's just very kind of washed out at the moment, and it's just because the sun is just blinding our balcony. This is what we're looking at, which is cool. Like, we just took a bunch of pictures and it is a nice backdrop, but I think sunset's going to look really nice, so we're waiting for that, and it's actually coming up pretty soon, and then hopefully we'll be able to actually see out into the savannah a little bit better. We are at Kidani Village. We literally walked out the entrance of Jambo and the shuttle was just standing there, so very convenient timing. Didn't have to walk in the cold. We'll probably have to walk back, but that's okay. We were prepared to walk. Oh, so much smaller, but actually has activity going on.
Yeah,
there's a store open. That's exciting. So they got some 2021 stuff. I don't know if I showed some of this in Mouse Gear, but I don't know if they have the ears yet. They got some board games. You can entertain yourself since the hotel's still shut down. We should. I want the Game of Life. Got some fun stuff in here. So because we don't have the main store open in Jambo, I didn't get to show any of the specific Animal Kingdom Lodge merchandise, but they do have this mug here, which I'm kind of obsessed with. That is so fun. I mean, getting Lion King vibes from it, which is my favorite movie, and Jambo, so good. Now they do have the drink station back here, which they do have to get the refills for you, of course, since you can't use them yourself, and they have snacks, some frozen food. Oh my gosh, we might be buying zebra domes after. I don't think Amanda knows this yet, but I think I need some zebra domes because Boma is closed. But they always have like alcohol as well as like some frozen meals you can cook in your room. So this was that Jambo mug that I just showed, but Amanda pointed out that there's more down here, which I didn't even pick up on. There's this one.
I love this one.
That one's
So
really
cute.
fun. And two more. This like,
Yeah.
that toy looks like something that you would like see in Harambe or something. And then that Animal Kingdom Lodge one with the giraffe as well. And then just like a generic Simba one. So this one says Jambo on the inside. That's fun.
Yeah.
And Animal Kingdom Lodge.
It's so cool. It's like a little like.
How much is it? 23.
Mm-hmm.
It's not focused, but it's $23. I don't know about the others, but it's so fun. Price same. I don't know.
14.
Wait, that's so much cheaper. Interesting. So it looks like they actually do have a handful of resort-specific items in here. I think they tend to have more in the other store, but they did bring some here. So they have this Jambo shirt, which I remember seeing before, and like it's an absolute need. And it says Animal Kingdom Lodge on the sleeve, so I will be getting that eventually. It's $35, because that's fantastic. Got like a women's sweatshirt with all the different animals on it.
It matches the mug.
It does match the mug. Yeah, and the Simba like lion logo.
Both of them. This
And you have a fun
awesome.
polo shirt. I have an Animal Kingdom Lodge polo shirt from a long time ago. So yeah, that's like a newer version of it, I guess.
Awesome. And here's
The Animal Kingdom.
Spirit
Yeah,
jersey.
so not Animal Kingdom Lodge, but the Animal Kingdom. And it's like a
I've always
lightweight
wanted
spirit
to get
jersey.
this one.
It is really cool. I like his pants. And there's a fun little like fedora hat, which I've been collecting the Disney hats recently. And that is one that I may want to add to my collection someday. Jambo tank top with Animal Kingdom Lodge. I do have that shirt, so that's not Animal Kingdom Lodge again. It's just the park, but it is an amazing shirt. And then one more, or no, two more. So another Jambo one, but this one's red instead of the brown. And it has the logo on the front instead of the sleeve. And then just the big logo on the front, which I also really like. They're also fun, and then they have more of those Jambo mugs. We've been showing a lot of the 2020 holiday resort pins. So the Animal Kingdom Lodge characters are Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa, which is adorable.
Love that.
And they have the resort mugs back there, so they're still offering the Galaxy's Edge like insulated turbis that you can use as like an upgraded resort mug, so you can still get refills, but it's insulated. Lots more of the 2021 merch. More board games. Lots of like more generic Animal Kingdom stuff, the blanket that I really want, some stuffed animals, photo frames, all that kind of stuff, as well as like the masks and drums that they have in the other store. They do have Okapis here. Got some cheetah leggings, it looks like, as well as a really cool Animal Kingdom Lion King button down, which matches the Animal Kingdom Lion King.
My children.
Your children. It matches the sweatshirt I'm wearing, which I'll try to show. It matches it. They have
Wait, what
the
matches
button
it?
down.
Oh.
Yeah, it says Animal Kingdom on the sleeve, but I have my jacket on.
Yes.
And they have the new Disney World mask here.
Oh. I don't know. I think this one's Black Panther. I think. And then there's more over here. I don't know where Zach went. Oh, there he is. Oh, the
Which
I
is all
Heart.
scrunched, but the I
Disney
Mickey
World.
Disney World.
Oh, I didn't realize it wasn't a heart. It's a Mickey.
But yeah, I mean, close enough.
Oh, okay.
And they are $9.99 now. I think we've said that before, but they did go up in price.
What were they before?
They were $6 originally, I think, right? Or was it just Universal?
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like they were cheaper.
Did you show that they have this?
No.
It's not much, but
They still have those adjustable ears, which is kind of cool.
oh yeah, these are cool. Like, yes.
Alright, so you can mobile order or mobile check-in as early as 20 minutes before, so we have another 7 minutes to go. 6 minutes now.
6 minutes, yeah.
Then I will mobile check in, because we didn't think we'd be here this quickly because we thought we were walking.
Yeah, we left extra early because we thought we were gonna walk and then
Go in the store because we didn't have one over in Jambo. And
so small though.
yeah, the store's tiny, which is, I was gonna say, like, I feel like if you want to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge, at least right now, until like more eventually opens up, hopefully, I feel like I would rather be staying here.
Yeah, the activity is here and it feels more like lively.
Yeah.
And compared to over there, it's like a ghost town and there's nothing open except for the pool.
True, and which you probably have nobody in the pool, especially right now because it's freezing.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's pros and cons to both, because you like distancing is not a issue, obviously, of course, when there's literally no one there. But also, like, to give an idea of the lobby, it's still not crowded. Like, it's not
It's
hard
louder.
to distance, but you have Sanaa below us, which is actually open, and that I think makes a huge difference. Like if they had Boma and Jiko open, because everything's open air in like the lobby,
It would probably
make it feel more alive, which you're just missing that by having the store, the lounge, Boma, and Jiko all closed. So yeah, it was definitely kind of sad, but also a really cool way to see the lobby empty and to see like literally nobody at the resort.
Yeah, it literally was like how it was when like we went to Wilderness Lodge before the parks were even open.
Right, and it was dead.
There was nobody in there.
So
It was like the same vibe.
pros and cons of both. If you were like really quiet, go to Jambo. But if you want the amenities of having actual food options, then you'll probably want to come here. But you can always, of course, walk between them, obviously. And they do have the shuttle, which we normally wouldn't have gone on the shuttle, like we planned on walking, but it was literally waiting as we walked out the door, and we were the only people on it.
Nobody was
So,
on it. But it was a cool setup. Like they were numbered. So like if you were party of two, like you would sit where there was twos, and then if there was one seat for a party of one, and then like you skipped a row. And then I think there was one for like
well, that's what they do. That's what they do on the bus. So normally, if there's multiple groups waiting, they assign you a number. So if you're a party of 4, you can all. So the group 2 that we sat in can be up to 4 people because they don't want to have 2 separate parties sitting across the aisle from each other. And then they skip a row and then group 3. So basically, a row between each group, and you can have up to 4 people in a group. If they had more than 4 people, I guess maybe you'd have to get a private shuttle. I don't know how that would work, but. It definitely didn't seem like it was something that's overused because we were the only people on it.
Yeah, no, like it was just there and nobody else was on it, so we said why not.
And it's a 2-second bus ride.
And they were playing Descendants. It was fun. It was
But,
a party bus.
if we walk on the way back, I'll kind of show it. It's gonna be dark, so it'll be hard to see it, but it is it's a nice walkway. It's a little long, but gonna go down to dinner as soon as we can check in. All right, so we got our table at Sanaa. We already ordered our bread service because you can't come here and not get that. But I also wanted to try one of their signature drinks, which is the painted lemur, which is fruit cream liqueur, tangerine liqueur from South Africa, with a chocolate striped glass inspired by the striped tail of a lemur. So I did not try it yet, but it looks super fun. I like the chocolate stripes, and then Amanda got some lemonade, which is always good. All right, so right as I filmed that, our bread service came out, which we've only been here once, but we had it and it was fantastic, and I know it's kind of like a must get when you come here. So we have 5 different types of bread here. I know you said like a spicy naan, a garlic naan, a plain naan, and I forget the last 2. And then all of our dips, which range from spicy to mild. So I know there's like some hummus, I heard jalapeno, there was a garlic, a mango. I don't remember all of them. I'm sure it's available online if you want like to read the list of them, but I don't remember disliking any of them. I know that there were some that I preferred over others, but they're all good and I highly recommend getting it. It is like $18, so it's definitely like a more pricey appetizer, but it's huge. And I did just try it. It was so good. It's like a dessert. It just tastes like chocolatey, and it may be a little weird to have before dinner, but I'm a fan. All right, here's a look at our entree. We both got the same thing. So we got the butter chicken. All the entrees come with the basmati rice. And then what did we get as a side? Some kind of coconut vegetable?
Cilantro, coconut, vegetables.
Looks good. And then we managed to finish all the bread service, which is really meant for more than 2 people. So that was quite a challenge, but we did it.
We're gonna die tonight.
I'm expecting to regret it, but they left us the sauces as well, so if you want to like put any with your rice or something, you can do that, which it was definitely good. My favorites were the green one, and then the one in the middle of the right row, the brown one, which tastes a lot like barbecue sauce to me.
It was basically barbecue sauce.
But it was really good. None of them were bad. The 2 spicy ones were my favorite just because I'm not a big spicy person, but I wouldn't say any of them were bad. So, highly recommend the bread service. Alright, here's a look at the very exciting walkway between Kidani and Jambo. When we walked out of Kidani, of course the shuttle was there again. But we decided that we wanted to torture ourselves and try to walk off some of the dinner because I know I ate way too much food.
Well, that's what, when you said we can walk off our dinner, that kind of convinced me to do it, even though I really wanted to go in that shuttle.
Yeah, it's kind of a little cold, especially for Florida. Like, it's absolutely freezing.
I think it's in like the 40s right now.
Yeah, this is like a little bit colder than the weather we had in Disneyland last winter, and that was cold.
That was so cold.
Ooh, Banshee bus. Too dark for the camera, but it was Pandora. But yeah, we decided to walk off for dinner because I did stop in the store and buy zebra domes. So we're just gonna keep eating, and I will definitely regret it, but it's all been so good so far, so why stop now? Alright, it is checkout morning. It was a good stay.
Short, but good.
We had zebra domes for breakfast. So.
We did do that. I want more though.
They're so good. I don't know if they were sold before or if it's only because Boma's closed, but I hope it's something that they continue because having those in the room was amazing. But yeah, it was a really good stay. Definitely love Sanaa still. Really hoping that Boma and Jiko can open up soon because they're all amazing. But I've been to Sanaa in a long time, so that was definitely exciting to be able to go back to. Love that bread service. Ate way too much food.
That is true.
Also, did not get to see that many animals.
No.
Which is kind of sad. Like, there's still no animals on the savannah this morning. So.
I don't want to see us.
I mean, they move around. Obviously, they have control of where they go, so not the end of the world. We've been here before. We'll be here again. Yeah. And we've seen the animals plenty, but.
Oh, we saw some yesterday. So.
We did. We definitely saw, like, the wildebeest and the zebras. Just not a ton. No giraffes, which is sad. But it just means we'll have to come back, so that's okay. But yeah, so if you like this video, definitely give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to see where we stay next. We have one more booked for now. I'm sure we'll schedule more, but that's coming up in another few weeks or so. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time we go to Disney and beyond.